buying. What did I even say?
Anyway, here we are. It's our first video for quite a while together because we've been doing various stuff.
So it's going to be fun.
I'm here with Skinny Boy,
hey.
who's bought a new jacket because he's lost weight.
Yeah, loads of it, loads of it.
All right.
I'm not
all right.
I can hear Carly Simon in the background. You're so vain. Yeah, so I have bought myself a new jacket. Now, I was looking, as you know, we're firm fans of Rukka, aren't we? And they're great. Now, earlier this year...
I'm sensing a book coming here.
Yeah, earlier in the year, I was in Spain and northern Portugal, and I've got to go to Spain again at the end of this month, September. And the thing that I found about the Rukka is it dealt with the temperature really well, but my body didn't, being inside the Rukka. It was just a little bit too hot. The Rukka did really well, but I found that I had to roll the sleeves up a little bit. I just needed that bit of extra coolant. So, got me thinking I need some sort of lightweight jacket that gave me all of the ventilation that I needed when I'm out there in all of these hot places. So, I looked at BMW's, BMW Rally jackets. Really good jackets. Some things that I didn't like the armour seemed to go from there all the way up to there on your elbow. It didn't seem as though it was the top or the most technologically advanced armour, like the D30, that sort of stuff. It probably is, but it didn't feel like it.
I've just bought one.
Yeah, by proxy. So, I then looked around and I quite like the Richa stuff, or Richa, however you say it, and I came across a Richa Touareg Suit, which all intents and purposes has got exactly the same as the BMW Rally Suit. Vents everywhere. It looks stylish. It's got things like the D30 armour, which is that really soft stuff that you can twist about, but when you whack it, it goes really hard, takes the impact, and then it goes soft again. Loads of pockets, and that's what we're going to talk about. So, this is my new Touareg, or Richa Touareg jacket. As you can see, I think it looks really quite stylish. I'm not so enamoured about the colour, to be honest. I've had it a couple of weeks and it's starting to get a little bit dirty and grubby up on the collar already. However, they do lots of different colours, but I really like the style of it. It kind of looks like a BMW Rally jacket anyway. Apart from I have been asked a couple of times why I'm wearing an armband. And when I point out it's the name of the maker of the jacket, you know, we just fall about laughing. But it has vents everywhere, pockets everywhere. These two top pockets I think are really, really great. For two reasons. Not only have they got a pocket, so you can put stuff in both of those sides, but when I go and I get to a hot country, or heaven forbid the sun actually comes out in the UK, I can take that off. And then that opens up on both sides a vent that goes right through the jacket, which is good, other than the fact that you've now got to find somewhere to put that. But hey, the BMW one just comes and clips, doesn't it? And I found those poppers on the BMW one really hard to pop or to clip in. There's loads of ventilation on the side. I don't know whether you can get in there to see that that's basically the same material. So it's a very thin jacket. Got waterproof pockets down the bottom. Lovely, lovely waterproof pockets. More pockets on the side, and that's replicated on the other side. On the arms, just below these armbands, which are, I don't know why they put those armbands there, other than to, why is that red and not fitting with the colour of the jacket? It's quite strange, but there we are. But these vents go all the way down to the bottom. And unlike the BMW one, and I'm going from memory here, so I might have it wrong, but I can only ever remember one zip being on the arm of the BMW Rally jacket, which meant if you wanted the vent right open, you had to open it and rely on the Velcro to keep everything tight. Whereas on this jacket...
Can I just say, in defence of the BMW jacket,
yeah,
there's a zip that goes both ways on it?
Oh.
If I remember.
Mine must have been a defect. But what I do like is that you can fasten it down there and you've got your vent there, so you haven't got to have it all open. But the good thing about that is you're riding along and my arm's in there obviously. If it's open, I can pull that up without having to stop. The zips seem to work easier than I remember the BMW one. But I'm not knocking the BMW one. So
yes, you are.
I am. So coming up to the top, more vents right up on the shoulder, and that's where the only 2 vents on my Rukka jacket were, right at the top. And that was the only bit of ventilation. So on some days I had to actually ride with the jacket actually open just for some air.
On my Rukka jacket, the only vent on the front is there's 2 vents underneath the pocket.
Yeah, but you got the more expensive one.
Yeah.
I got the cheaper one. So, not only from an outside point of view has it got loads of air vents, but it's also got lots of bits of reflective material that really do light up at night. It's quite striking how it lights up.
How do you know? Have you been sat in the garage with it on?
Oh, don't give away all my secrets. But before we get into the jacket, I just want to show you on the back.
Hang on, it's moving too fast here.
There you go. So this is the back, and in exactly the same principle as the BMW jacket, it's got massive vents on both sides, and then you come down to here and it's got a massive pocket should you wish to put something in there, I guess for your pillion or a map or a water bottle.
Boiled eggs.
Yeah, not sure I put boiled eggs in there. And it's got some fastening straps on the side, both sides, and also down the bottom. Now, because I've lost quite a lot of weight, even in this jacket, I've got to go on the smallest size.
Hang on a minute. Are we making a video about a motorbike jacket or Weight Watchers?
Well, you're not. I'm not even in the shot. Look at this.
You're too big.
Look.
You're too big.
Look, my face doesn't wobble anymore. It's brilliant. Yeah, so that's the outside of the jacket, and of course, I always forget something. There are these straps that you can. What's the word I'm looking for?
Velcro.
Velcro
Reduce
straps.
the size of the sleeve.
Yes, and tailor it to your needs so you can have them tight or floppy, however you want your chicken wings to be.
And there are 2 on each arm.
And there are 2 on each arm. But overall, the styling of the jacket is really nice. So, turning it over again.
Have you ever been a tailor?
I've been called worse. Now, what I really do like about this jacket, I like a lot of things, but I really like this bit about this jacket. When you open this bit, so say you stopped, that bit would normally flap in your face. But Rika have put this handy little...
Wow.
clip. And I tell you what, this most simplest thing is the best thing when you got your helmet off and you don't want that hitting on your beard and pulling your beard down. Because it's quite painful.
You can always shave.
No, it's easier to have a beard. So inside, you've got this first zip, and then that opens to reveal the inner waterproof piece, which is removable. And when you do remove it, and I'll go on to that a little bit later, inside the arms, you get the little poppers, and they're colour coded, so you can't put them in the wrong way. Which I found really good from the Rukka's point of view, because they've got that as well. Putting the arms back into the jacket and then realising it's all twisted and you've got really long arms and they won't go in. It's a bit of a pain. It's a bit of a faff to mess about with, but it does work. And then you've got the inside of the jacket. Now I've removed the thermal lining, which is another lining that goes inside this lining and then gives you another load of fastenings in the arms and stuff.
So it's 3 jackets?
It's basically 3 jackets. I'm not sure, like with Mark's Rukka, whether I would want to take this inner lining all the way out and wear that. I mean, I would if I went to a 90s disco.
It's a bit sparkly.
It is, isn't it? I mean, you can see that, couldn't you, with the day glow, with my glow sticks and
Tell
stuff.
that to Kylie.
Yeah. Now, it's really comfortable, it's really lightweight, and it's got the D30 armour, and I'll see if I can get some of that armour out in a minute. But, a couple of downsides to this. Inside my jackets...
There are downsides to the Rika jacket?
Yes, there are, yes, there are. I like to be able to put my phone or my wallet sometimes inside my jacket.
Well, nobody else sees your wallet, so you might as well hide it in there.
So I like to put it inside my jacket, but if you're only wearing like me, because even though in England, down in Cornwall, it's not that hot, it's also not that cold, it's quite mild. And to have the inner lining inside as well is a real pain, it's just too hot. Inside that lining is a pocket like this, but there is no pocket where I want the pocket to be, which is a bit of a pain. So I use my hip bag.
Thigh pouch.
My thigh pouch. We did our top 5, go and check it out.
Got another one to add?
Yeah. Watch this space. But this pocket will not fit a phone in. And why on earth would you put the pocket facing horizontally rather than vertically? Because that works.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't it? I know I've got the world's biggest phone. I mean, it's only an iPhone 7 Plus, but you would expect that to go in.
Just drop that in there.
I would expect it to go in that way, which is a real pain. However, it's got these fantastic little pockets.
Maybe that's what your phone's for.
Well, I wouldn't put them in there. I'd perhaps put my pants in there.
They're like pants. Put your hand in there again.
They
like...
remind me of a negligee.
That's a bit odd, that is.
Yeah, I don't wear them.
I mean, no, the pocket, the pants,
It is, isn't
the pant pocket there.
Yeah.
Looks a bit.
And there's one on the other side as well, but it doesn't look
It's
like
almost like stocking material, isn't it? And we all know what that feels like.
Well, you laugh, but you've worn stockings before on bikes. I have. I tell you what, they're really good things. Only on the bike though, not at night. And coming down to the bottom, you've got a zip that attaches to the trousers. Although I do find that the jacket falls quite low, below my waistline, and the trousers come up quite high. You could almost say it's like a rider's version of Simon Cowell's trousers, because they're quite far up. So that is kind of up and over, which is a bit strange. But I'm not sure whether we can get the D30 armour out, which is this beautiful stuff. Look at it, it's coming out, looks like a tyre. But this is the D30 armour, and you can see that you can just scrunch it up and it's got no weight at all to it, which over the BMW stuff, and I'm really not knocking them, but I remember when I had the rally jacket, the back protector was so big, it felt like that it was a metal sheet on my back. And
maybe we can show that later on in this video.
Ah, because you've got one. Yeah. But this is just really good, and I'm not going to do it, but I've watched a couple of videos where a guy has got this moulded stuff and he puts it over and whacks his hand with a hammer, and it takes all of the impact on.
Oh, please.
I'm not going to do it, no.
Please.
I'm not going to do it.
People would pay for that.
Yeah, well, you can all pay for it if you want me to smash my hand up, but apparently it takes the impact of anything that happens and then immediately goes soft again as well, which makes it really pliable and sit round to you, which I think is quite a good thing. So, I'll zip this back up.
Just out of interest, do you know offhand how many pockets this has?
That would mean that I was really anal, wouldn't it? There might be 8 or 9 pockets. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pockets.
Wow. Plus the 3 inside.
12, 13, 14.
Yeah, maths is obviously not a strong point there. He was counting his fingers. And he's taking his clothes off.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
Because
what's going on there?
What I do like about this is that
It fits your arms.
yeah, the new thin me it fits. But I like the fact that it fits quite tightly.
Can I just say
My
the
bum
dog?
look big in this.
No, it's your cakes that you eat makes that happen. But the dog's just come over to check you now.
Oh, no. Really easy to do up. Some jackets are a real pain. These poppers go in really easily. If I can find the hole. But it just fits really nicely.
So can I ask a question then? This isn't Gore-Tex and it's not Sympatex or any other Texes you're supposed to have. However, it's like the BMW jacket, the outside gets wet.
Yeah.
but you have an inner layer that keeps you dry.
Yeah.
Right, so the outside layer just then has to dry out in the wind. Are any of the pockets on the front waterproof?
Yeah, these two are waterproof. They've got a waterproof lining inside them as well. And these are waterproof as well because they've got the waterproof zips on there as well. And I tend to just keep my earplugs and my keys because we've got keyless ride in there. But it goes quite low, which is what I like. So when you are in the rain will go, you know, it sits quite low when you're sat down rather than sitting up like some jackets.
So it's a bit like a belay jacket for climbing. It goes down below your ass so the water runs off it.
My little bottom.
We're not getting into that. It's not that kind of video.
Hi. But what I do like about it is you can move move really freely. I've got a lot of movement and a lot of it is down to that D30 armour and it feels like I'm protected and it holds it quite close to my arm and my body so that if you come off I don't want stuff jangling about because that's when it moves from where it needs to protect.
So the straps that can adjust the width of the jacket, they're on the middle, sorry, there you go, and the bottom.
Like bell stuff type
Right.
style, isn't it? So I can pull that right in,
Right.
or have it where it fits me, and then I've got these things as well. So you can have it flared or in.
70s style or
Yeah.
2017 style?
But just a really comfortable jacket. And coming back up to here, the other bit that I like is this. I'm one of these people that doesn't like big collars. So much so that the Rukka, I had to get used to the collar being up around here and I never wore the guard that came with it. This one sits just right, doesn't irritate my neck at all and gives me all the movement and free range that I need. And
It
then,
looked like you were fitting then.
and then look, oh, I've just got to my stop and I want that out of the way. Look at that.
You have to turn sideways so I can see that. That's amazing.
It just holds it out the way so you're not having this thing flapping at your beard. Really nice jacket. Really cheap. If you look on BMW's site there, how much is the Rally jacket? About 575 English pounds, 600 pounds. This one you can get online for about 280. So for the same sort of material, the same sort of system, the same sort of vents, is it as durable? Only time will tell. Perhaps it won't be as durable. I don't know. But for 280 quid, it's probably a lot better than spending just over double that to buy a jacket with a So these are the Richa Touareg trousers. They have got the same styling as you would imagine because it's one entire suit. They're made to go together. I like the styling quite a bit. There are a couple of bits about the styling that I don't quite like. Because of the separation of the colours, and when you've got them on, it makes it look like you've got jumpers on, or it makes me feel like I've got jumpers on. So next time you see someone wearing Touaregs, just have a look and see if they look like they've got jumpers on.
Should be riding a horse.
Yeah, well I am. It's got 7 horsepowers. So, exactly the same principle as the jacket. It's got a couple of clips there. Unzip it. Obviously you've got that piece of membrane black lining just to make it more difficult for men to go to the toilet, which is great. But inside you've got the inner lining that comes out. It unzips in exactly the same fashion as the jacket, and again it's got the little poppers down on the bottom of the legs, and they're colour coded so you can't possibly get them around the wrong way.
So your jacket has 3 jackets, but your trousers only have 2.
No, like I say, I don't.
That was very firm.
Yeah, no, I don't wear the inner fleece lining or the inner thermal lining, which is then zipped onto this empty zip here. Same principles, and it goes down into the legs, but I don't ride with it. So, in terms of pockets.
Pockets are becoming important, I feel.
I know, it's amazing. I've never had so many pockets. Coming from Rukka, when I have 1 pocket in the trousers and only 2 in the jacket, I've actually got 11 pockets on my jacket, and I got loads and loads here. So biggest pockets, like a cargo style pocket, waterproof.
Is it waterproof? Wow.
It's got the waterproof stuff there. It doesn't say waterproof, but I was out in an extreme downpour a couple of weeks ago and got caught short, and I was wearing these.
Caught short in the rain?
I was caught short in the rain.
Not
was
caught short, no, I need the loo.
No, it was sunny when we went out, and Cornwall being Cornwall, it decided to tip down more than I've seen it before. And I was bone dry, absolutely bone dry. And when we rode off and the rain stopped, through the wind then dried the whole of the suit. So I kind of get why these people and BMW do the inner lining as the waterproof bit and the outer bit getting wet, because it dries off.
But doesn't Rukka do that because it's Gore-Tex?
Well, Rukka's made of different stuff, isn't it? And that's why I think Rukka, with all of its positives and some of its faults with being too hot, I think it's going to be much more durable than this sort of stuff because of what it's made from. It's thicker, it feels better made. And you would expect that. It's like £1,500 for a jacket and trousers, whereas this is kind of the lower end of that sort of market, but they're really, really good stuff. So, pocket on each side, and then I've got more vents on my legs, so that's good because you can always cool your legs down while you're riding, and that's where you're riding and the air is going to be hitting, so all the air goes up to other places you might need to cool down as you're riding, which is great. Then you've got another pocket in here. Again, it's got
a pocket within a pocket.
Yeah, it's got
who'd have thought
stuff in there. Look, so that's nice. Closely styled by Rukka. So you've got those two pockets. That's it for pockets. There is no pocket on the back. You don't.
Just a zip for attaching your jacket to it.
Yeah, you get a very small pad to stop the wear, but they do feel very BMW Rally Suit-esque. Very, very thin, very pliable, very light. You don't feel like you've got much on when you're riding, whereas the Rukka, you get used to it, but the Rukka suit is quite heavy, isn't it? These are like gaiters that move with your knees, and coming back up to the top, you've got some adjustment Velcro straps that you can pull round and make it tighter. Now, the downsides for this jacket for me, these things here are what holds it up onto your coat hanger. Seems like a really strange thing, but when you're wearing it, if you don't put them out of the way, that really does dig into your waist, because obviously you're pulling it tight against the skin.
You have to take the coat hanger out of the trousers.
Yeah. But it leaves quite a bump, and it's quite uncomfortable if you don't get it out of the way.
Oh, right, okay.
And I've also noticed that when it's stitched, it's just the way that they've put it together. Now I would expect that to be flat, but it seems to come out and under, giving me the feeling that I'm wearing those joggers again. But it's just something that you kind of have to live with. I think it's been planned like that. I don't think these are seconds or anything, because it's the same all the way around, but it's just strange that it comes up and over as opposed to just really flat. And then we come to the knees. Now you're not going to be able to see these knees very well, but that's the D30 armour in there, and when I wear it, my knees are here, and the armour is too low. But inside, because we're just having a bit of a mess about, inside you can expose the armour, which is in there in like a little pocket, and it's got little Velcro, sort of almost like fasteners, I guess, where I can then push that. I'll have to loosen the one at the top. It's very, very strange. But if I loosen this one at the top, this bit here, it's just like a pocket.
You'd never get a job on Blue Peter, would you?
I haven't got any badges, alright? It's really fiddly, but with that moved, I'm going to have to do it inside, but it means that I can now move that pad up above the lower fastener, and then obviously fasten that, and now I've moved that knee pad one rung higher, so you can have it at different settings. So if you imagine that your knee is there, or you've got long legs and your knees there, with those pads being there, it dictates where the armour actually sits. So if it was down there, it would sit down here, but obviously I've got it in the higher bit, so now it's up higher.
Amazing.
Amazing. Really like them. And
so you know you like them now where you didn't like them before?
Oh, I love them.
Ah. Hang on. Like
I love them.
We've put a body on the table.
Look at this, look. Now, doesn't that look smart?
Yeah.
I really like them. First impressions while I've been riding with them, really pliable, doesn't feel like you've got anything heavy on. Certainly coming from Rukka, it's a lot lighter. Really like it. Cool. I have found myself quite hot in it actually, so I've had to take that membrane out in a couple of days on the rare occasion that Cornwall actually had some sunshine. But on the whole, really great suit.
So the question is, if you had a choice between Rukka and this,
Yeah.
the Richa suit, in the winter, which would be your choice?
For the winter, I think if I can afford to replace my Rukka, I would go with Rukka in the winter, because we do have some harsh winters, you know, down at 0, 1, 2 degrees C. And I know some people will say that's not harsh at all, we get -50. But if you're used to riding in a mild climate all year round and suddenly you're 0 and then minus, that's low minus figures, I'm not sure whether these will keep me as warm as the Rukka, but only time will tell.
Cool. I feel like some kind of pervert stood there in my motorbike jacket and my shorts.
Yeah, let's go down. No, shorts.
Those knees and one competitions, you know. Anyway, here we are talking about zips and jackets, and Toby was saying that the BMW jacket didn't zip up properly. Well, actually, what it's got is a zip that goes both ways.
Yeah, my mistake, my bad.
Schoolboy error.
Yeah.
Okay. And this has only got 9 pockets as opposed to 11 that Toby's has, so I feel very pocket envious now. And this jacket, the BMW Rally jacket, I think it's a Rally 3 or 4.
Rally 3, that one.
Rally 3. I bought online. Point to note, never buy something in the early morning when you just got up and you're scrolling through eBay, because I bought this with 10 minutes to go, not wanting to. However, it's a good jacket. It doesn't have a fleece inside, and it works on the same principle as been described about the Richa jacket. I like it actually.
But yours has got one added advantage. It's got this pocket, and I really always thought, what's the point in that? But it's like a passport size, isn't it?
It is, but it's not waterproof.
No, which is.
And the other thing about this jacket, which has always amazed me, is you can unzip the arms.
Yeah.
Why would you want to do that?
Well, what if you just want to wear a waistcoat? What if you've been riding all day and you get invited out to an evening meal and you have no outside coat and you just want a body warmer?
Oh yeah, I can just turn that. So yeah. Like a real special person.
The armour goes from there on yours all the way up to there.
And it almost encases the whole arm.
Yeah, and that's, I kind of didn't like that, because when you're sat and you've got your arms on the table, it's a real pain. Obviously not when you're riding. But
you're not even filming me, are you?
Yeah. But the legs, the same sort of armour was same sort of length for the knees in the jacket, and that used to go right into the top of my boots and never be in the right place. It was either slipping about and not in the right place.
Okay. But the D3, not D3 armour, the armour on the back, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, it's massive. You've got a massive amount.
It's
huge.
Nice. But, there you go.
Look with Mark with his normal size head, and look at me with my tiny head.
It's because you've lost weight now.
Thanks, did you notice?
No. Anyway, that's the video about the Richa Touareg suit, which Toby loves apparently.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm really impressed.
We'll see what happens. And if you like the video, give us a big thumbs up. And subscribe to us, because that's always important.
Be down there somewhere.
Toby will look after that.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next video soon.